And I'm a victim, I will tell you. I'm a victim. Think of it.
That kind of sums it all up there, doesn't it? Donald Trump's entire campaign is being run on grievance and victimhood. But those are the hallmarks of a cult. And the cult leader says, we're all victims. I'm a victim. They're coming to get me. Please protect me. Now, Donald Trump's most recent statements about what went down at the Florida Golf Club in this alleged assassination attempt there, where the individual has been charged, who, by the way, was a 2016 Trump supporter and Trump voter. Donald Trump's just again lying about this, turning a very serious matter into something very Trumpian. Not sure if you saw, but in the recent speech he gave in Walker, Michigan, Donald Trump says that the reason for these assassination attempts is because of his policy on tariffs and what he wants to do in terms of tariffing other nations. He doesn't even know what tariffs are, but listen to what he says here. Play this clip.
Had in this state, your car industry will be as big relatively as it was 60 years ago when you were like dominant. It's not dominant anymore. This is why people in countries are all after Trump. This is why. You know, the only one that has shots fired at them, that throbbing feeling, right? The only one are consequential presidents. When I do these things, I've got a lot of enemies out there.
And again, the first incident in Butler, Pennsylvania, the individual was a MAGA guy, white, male, Republican, MAGA guy. That was the first attempt. The second was a 2016 Trump supporter. And Donald Trump saying, oh, this is just because they're so scared of my tariff policy. Your tariff policy is the stupidest thing ever. You don't know what tariffs are. It's an import on you. It's a tax on imports of United States companies. But this is how Donald Trump has been handling this all along. When Donald Trump did not like the testimony of FBI Director Christopher Wray about the incident in Butler, Pennsylvania, what does Donald Trump do? Mind you, this is a Republican FBI director who Donald Trump appointed. Well, Donald Trump reposts Tucker Carlson and says Christopher Wray, who's the FBI director, is a liar and a criminal, and I hope he's reading this. And then Donald Trump posts memes of Christopher Wray to intimidate, threaten, and harass the FBI director who Trump appointed. That says, this is what Trump posted. What did you know and when did you know about it? Read Truth if you want to know who ordered the assassination attempt of Donald Trump. And then, you know, there is the kind of perpetual victimhood that goes on. So Donald Trump has his top surrogate, Alina Habba, who says that, you know, when Donald Trump's out there playing golf every day, he's risking his life for you, the people. That's what's happening. He's risking his life playing golf. Here, play this clip.
He's completely unrelenting. He will go out there today and do the same thing he has always done because he is so determined to save this country, even when it means risking his life not once, but twice. And that's all that we know of. So you know him, Martha. That's who the man is. He is just the strongest, fiercest fighter that America could ask for. So what you're...
No, it should be noted that both the Secret Service and FBI assessment of Donald Trump was... that they provided to him was that he shouldn't be playing golf in courses that have a direct line of view to public highways and roads. He could play golf other places. And Donald Trump says, no, I'm just going to play golf wherever I want to play golf here. And, you know, then Donald Trump's wife, Melania, she's trying to sell her book, right? So she's now pushing that the FBI must somehow be involved in this. And again, she's complicit with Donald Trump in everything. And so she's out there saying that this was an interview that she just gave. And she said, well, because no one's talking about the assassination attempts anymore, there's something suspicious going on here. There's something suspicious here. Play this clip.
We were told this week, and we were told that authorities have already known this for a while, that there was an Iranian plot to kill your husband. So I watched this video that you released on social media questioning the first assassination attempt For the second one, if they knew that there was this plot, why didn't they sweep the golf course?
You know, it's interesting how quiet and everything became, all of the mainstream media. There were a few days reporting about July 13 event, and everything then became quiet. So I had a lot of questions. What's going on? This is not normal. And is it really shocking that all this egregious violence goes against my husband? Especially that we hear the leaders from the opposition party and mainstream media branding him as a threat to democracy, calling him vile names. They only fueling a toxic atmosphere and giving power all of these people that they want to do harm to him. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. The country needs to unite. And I encourage everybody to read my letter that I wrote on July 14 again, because that cannot continue.
Letter was very powerful. What made you get to the point of writing that letter?
That's how I felt. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt.
You know, what's going on here is that Donald Trump has not been forthcoming about anything. He has not released the medical records from Butler, Pennsylvania. When he's asked about how he's doing, what his health was after the Butler event, he said that he's a fast healer and that he was shot in the lobe. And look, the bottom line is that if you were shot by an AR-15 bullet in your face, it leaves a mark. We'll just say that. But Trump can't even articulate. He doesn't even know what an earlobe is. Like when Trump said this. Here, play this clip.
Yeah, pretty much recovered. Yeah, I'm a fast healer. It's a hell of a shot, but I'm a fast healer. Yeah, pretty much recovered.
Do you have any hearing damage from?
No, it didn't hit that. I got very lucky. It just hit the lobe, as they call it.
Is there a scar on your ear?
Yeah, a little bit, not much. On top.
Not only does Donald Trump not know what an earlobe is, for someone who claims to, be this Second Amendment aficionado and that he believes that weapons of war should be everywhere, there shouldn't be common sense gun control, right? He brags. He says, remember what he said to the NRA? I did nothing. I'm not going to do. Remember what he said to the NRA? Here, play this clip.
During my 4 years, nothing happened, and there was great pressure on me having to do with guns. We did nothing. We didn't yield. And once you yield a little bit, that's just the beginning. That's the avalanche begins.
But then in the speech that he gave Saturday in Wisconsin, Donald Trump doesn't even know what an AK-47 is or an AR-15. He calls it MK-47s. And again, this is just a constant victimhood by him. Here, play this clip.
Venezuelan killers, street gangs, occupying the town with MK-47s. I know that gun very well. I got to know it very well. I've become an expert on guns quickly. My sons know guns. They couldn't believe what the story they heard.
As many of you may know, I just got married and I plan on expanding my family. With more responsibilities stacking up, I want to make sure my family will have the protection that fits our needs. Now, I'm grateful that I have Policy Genius by my side. Policy Genius is the country's leading online insurance marketplace. It makes choosing the right policy for your family easy and quick. That's why I love it. Policy Genius helps you easily compare your options from America's top insurers in just a few clicks. Their award-winning agents can even walk you through the process step by step. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options are 100% online and let you avoid unnecessary medical exams. Policy Genius has no incentive to recommend one one insurer over another, so you can trust their guidance. Your work life insurance policy may not offer enough protection that your family needs. Even worse, it may not come with you if you leave your job. So please get the peace of mind that you need by finding the right life insurance with Policy Genius. Head to policygenius.com/Meidas or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's policygenius.com/Meidas. One more time, go to policygenius.com/Meidas, and I think you'll see why I trust Policy Genius. policygenius.com/Meidas. I'm not sure if you've seen Steve Hassan before. He's an expert on cult behavior, Dr. Hassan. It's on the MeidasTouch network. He does great work here for our network. So I just want to show you his analysis of what Trump's been saying now about these assassination attempts. Let's play it.
It's been a great experience. It's a dangerous business, however, being president. It's a little bit dangerous. It's, they think race car driving is dangerous. No. They think bull riding, that's pretty scary, right? No. This is a dangerous business, and we have to keep it safe.
So yet again, Donald Trump is playing the martyr and the victim and saying how dangerous it is to be president. I was kind of shocked that the media presented the last assassination attempt as shots fired. The shots were fired by the Secret Service because they saw a muzzle of a gun. The fellow who was hiding out, yes, he had a gun, but he didn't shoot anything. And, I think this whole escalation of violence can be laid at the feet of Trump from the beginning of 2015 as he was ramping up the rhetoric. What's interesting is that Trump seems to be getting more and more less confident. Decompensating is the psychological term for it. And I'm really curious why he would say that he got a nice call from Biden and Kamala to his followers who booed, but he actually pretended to be sincere. Was he appealing to the religious, moral people of his base? Yes, I believe there are people who consider themselves to be moral. What do you think? Put your comments below. Thanks.
Here, by the way, was Christopher Wray, FBI director. This was his assessment of the Butler incident. Play this clip.
I think with respect to former President Trump, there's some question about whether or not it's a bullet or shrapnel that that hit his ear. So it's conceivable. Although, as I sit here right now, I don't know whether that bullet, in addition to causing the grazing, could have also landed somewhere else. But I believe we've accounted for all of the shots and the cartridges.
And now I would say at least 65 to 70% of all of the emails being sent out by the Trump campaign for fundraising all involves assassination attempt stuff. Donald Trump selling assassination edition sneakers, assassination edition watches, assassination edition shirts, assassination edition hats. Like, could you imagine if Ronald Reagan, after the assassination attempt, started selling these trinkets over and over again? But here are some of the emails that you get from Trump every day, or J.D. Vance when they ask for money. Like this one over here from J.D. Vance. Another attempt on Trump's life. Then it blames it on Vice President Kamala Harris. Then it says, here's another one for September 22nd. I'm asking you to make a small sacrifice. I know these last few days have been very emotional. Donald Trump nearly lost his life for the second time in as many months. Lara Trump, pray for Donald Trump. It's with profound gratitude I share that my father-in-law escaped another assassination attempt unscathed. I mean, with the second attempt, the gunman didn't even have a line of sight on Donald Trump and didn't even shoot. The Secret Service shot at him, but Donald Trump's going to keep grifting and selling T-shirts. But his latest one is that it's because of his tariff policies. I'll leave you with this. This is former Republican Senator Jeff Flake from Arizona, ambassador to Turkey. just finished his stint in the ambassadorship. He's now endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris. And I want to show you this clip because here he talks about Donald Trump not supporting the rule of law, and also how Donald Trump's tariff policy is just not conservative. It's just ridiculous. Here, play this clip.
And you're joining the ranks of several Republicans endorsing Harris recently, notably Liz Cheney, Dick Cheney. Do you think it really makes a difference? Can you appeal to Republicans who may be on the fence?
Well, I think Republicans believe in the rule of law in particular, and it's difficult to support a candidate who, having lost an election, tries to use the powers of the presidency to overturn that election. That is anything but respect for the rule of law. So I know that a lot of conservative Republicans feel the way I do, that you just can't support a candidate like that. And with regard to tariffs as well, there are reasons to impose tariffs, but to pretend that we're going to get a windfall of money from some foreign government because we're imposing tariffs just doesn't jibe with where conservatives have been on free trade.
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 4 million subscribers. Have you checked out MeidasPlus.com? Check it out. Have a good one.
Hey, Midas Mighty. Love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.